Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I did a video a couple of weeks ago. It just came out here recently called Homebrewed Spells. And it struck me that many players and even dungeon masters don't realize how versatile some of the spells that they have are. And they read over what the spell does, that they don't really understand about how they can be reversed. A lot of spells can be reversed. Many spells listed in the books, by being able to be reversed, it makes the spells a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot more useful. Very, very useful. All it takes is a bit of inspiration and careful reading of the descriptions to figure out all kinds of non-standard uses for various spells. But even more so, there are many spells that, because they're reversible, it adds whole new dimensions to the list of possibilities for these spells. A quick scan of the spells listed in the AD&D Player's Handbook yields dozens of reversible spells. Some of these are Bless, which can be turned into a curse; Create Water, which destroys water; Detect Evil, which makes an undetectable evil; No Alignment, which becomes Obscure Alignment; Cure Disease, which becomes Cause Disease; Protection from Evil 10-foot radius is reversible to Protection from Good 10-foot radius; Transmute Rock to Mud becomes Transmute Mud to Rock, which can be quite useful. There are many more, all across the different classes. All you have to do is read the spells. Some of the most useful reverse spells actually add to the combat capabilities of certain casters, specifically clerics and druids. Wizards have a lot of offensive potential. I consider them the artillery pieces of the unit. They're so useful. Clerics are the healers, right? Everybody knows that. Well, clerics can also deal some significant damage. They can wear armor. They can do. They can wield heavy weapons like maces and different other items. Druids the same way. But when you reverse some of their spells, they can be quite nasty too. There are a variety of cure spells, such as Cure Light Wounds, Cure Serious Wounds, Cure Critical Wounds, and the Heal spell, all of which are reversible to Cause. Cause Light Wounds does a D8 damage, just by touch. Cause Serious Wounds does 2d8 plus 1, just with a touch. Cause Critical Wounds does 3d8 plus 3 damage with just a touch. And for a frame of reference, a battle axe is listed as a d8. So yeah, at first level, a cleric can touch somebody and do as much damage as a battle axe. I don't care who you are, that's impressive. The reverse of the heal spell is called Harm, and that one is really devastating. You got a bad guy with 500 hit points, guess what? He gets touched by this with a Harm spell. He now has 1d4 hit points. The heal spell cures everything except for 1d4 hit points. The Harm spell takes everything away except for 1d4 hit points. It's the reverse, and it's brilliant. Even if they now slay, they have a spell called Raise Dead. Clerics have a spell called Raise Dead. Oh, and by the way, the Harm spell also inflicts a disease. So yeah, it's quite nasty. The reverse of the spell Raise Dead is called Slay Living. The Slay Living kills the target dead, unless they make a savings throw. But even if they do, the target still takes damage equal to a Cause Serious Wounds spell. So you hit them with the Slay Living, they get a savings throw. If they fail, they die. If they make it, they take 2d8 plus 1 damage. So they can still take 17 points of damage from that. That's nasty. I don't care who you are. That is nasty. And there's a lot of stuff about these that a lot of DMs don't care for. In other words, Let me explain. According to the book, good clerics may be limited by the use of these reverse spells unless the situation is dire. Now, a lot of DMs read that as in, unless you're evil, you can't do it. That's a load of shit. My opinion, of course. If it's your game, you run it how you want. My contention, somebody with a power saw. My contention is, in a given situation, a cleric who is facing serious battle would probably take one of these reversed healing spells to make it a destructive spell. I can see that. And given the circumstances, obviously you don't want to use it on a helpless victim, and you don't want to use it unless it's necessary. But good clerics shouldn't be limited in that way. Here's my contention. Read the spells carefully. If a good cleric is running around causing harm on a bunch of different people with these spells for no reason, yeah, he's not a good cleric. Players have to play their alignment. If you're in a dire situation and you got 10 bad guys coming down, they're going to kill you, self-preservation will kick in, and you're going to do what you got to do to survive. I'm okay with that. That's how I run my games. Again, that's just how I run my games. I'm not saying this is how you have to do it. My opinion is my opinion, and it's served me well in my gaming career. I started playing in the 70s. I started running Advanced Dungeons & Dragons in 1979. I've been playing a long time. What I do works for me, and this is just advice. If you get the opportunity, read through the spells thoroughly, look at the reversed sections, the different spells that can be reversed, read them carefully, and make sure you understand them. And then in your game, you can run it however you want. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.